Hey everybody, happy Christmas Eve to all you members in the Altcoin Buzz Army. I hope you're having a terrific day. We're going to be discussing the continued fallout of XRP in this video. Unfortunately, Bitwise is liquidating their XRP crypto positions. MoneyGram is also reacting by distancing themselves from Ripple. So that constitutes some of the FUD that unfortunately we have to cover. There's lots of other positive news, however. There's lots of Binance news going on. You may have heard that Binance has launched segregated witness support for Bitcoin, which is very strong indeed. They're also introducing, in other Binance news, a $10 million fund to empower innovative projects to be built around the Polkadot ecosystem. We'll examine that development. VeChain has received a very prestigious distinction. We'll examine that. And then we have Apple's co-founder, Steve Wozniak. He's in the news with another initiative in the cryptocurrency sphere. After that Altcoin news roundup, we're going to be discussing price predictions and analysis specifically for Theta, which has just been on an absolute tear. It's also been relatively, in a good sense, I would say, defending its new all-time highs in terms of price. We'll be discussing BEL protocol as well as Synthetix network token SNX. Guys, if you like this kind of content, Bitcoin, blockchain, and cryptocurrency, be sure to like and subscribe. Taking a look here at the markets today, as you can see, some of that bleed out in the altcoin space, given what's happening with XRP, is still ongoing. Bitcoin, I would argue, is remaining relatively stable. Given the news with XRP, we never really saw a Bitcoin fall of several $1,000s. The lowest that we got to was about low 22,000 range, which is still above the recent all-time highs from last week, so not too bad. I think, however, as you can see here, XRP down 19.7% in the last 24 hours. Many other altcoin projects also down several percentage points, although at the time of this recording, starting to rebound a little bit. As I've mentioned before, I would argue that we're extremely skittish in this space. And as soon as there's blood in the water, a lot of the altcoin projects and their investors kind of recoil because there's this sentiment that, well, if it could happen to XRP, it could happen to me as well. And the analogy obviously serves whether we're talking about XRP or any kind of negative news that happens in this space. But XRP is a big one, unfortunately. And whether or not you agree with what's happening right now with the SEC and the challenges that Brad Garlinghouse is facing, it's the kind of thing where a lot of other projects just reactively, in terms of a survival instinct, there's a sell-off that occurs. Whether or not you agree with that, I'm not saying I do, but that's the nature of this game that we're in. So as of right now, many prices still down, but we are starting to see a recovery and a rebound. Total market cap at the time of this recording is still down 1.7% on the day, $642 billion. Bitcoin dominance, as a result, has been a little bit higher these last couple of days, right now 67.5%. And we are starting to see some of the repositioning now in light of what's been happening with XRP. For example, here on Coindesk.com, crypto money manager Bitwise, they've liquidated $9.3 million worth of XRP in their crypto index fund. And that fund is largely denominated in Bitcoin and Ether. The funds from its liquidated XRP position apparently have been reinvested into other assets in the fund. That's according to a company press release. They said the fund also holds Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, Cardano, XLM, EOS, and Tezos. Here on Cointelegraph.com, MoneyGram is distancing themselves very notably from Ripple, and they're saying that specifically they've never used Ripple's counterparty services, so specifically on-demand liquidity, ODL, and Ripple Net for Forex transactions. As a reminder, MoneyGram does not utilize the ODL platform or Ripple for direct transfers of consumer funds, digital or otherwise. And furthermore, MoneyGram is not party to the SEC action. Quote, MoneyGram has continued to utilize its other traditional FX trading counterparties throughout the term of the agreement with Ripple and is not dependent on the Ripple platform to accomplish its FX trading needs. And that really is the negative news of the day, unfortunately. I would expect to see more platforms and companies continue to distance themselves from Ripple. As we saw a moment ago, it's the kind of news that just drags down the whole ecosystem. So some separation here may in fact be healthy. That being said, let's move on now to some positive news. CZ Binance here took a while, but we did it. Hashtag SegWit, hashtag BTC. So Binance has launched segregated witness support for Bitcoin deposits. In case you didn't know, withdrawals are already supported, but by selecting the Bitcoin SegWit network, users can transfer funds to a SegWit or a BEC32 address. So something that Binance has likely been working toward for a little while now, and certainly a nice feather in their cap. We also have other Binance news here, also courtesy of CZ Binance. Hashtag Binance Smart Chain broke 500,000 addresses yesterday, along with hitting all-time high in number of transactions. And finally, rounding out the Binance news today, they've established a $10 million fund to empower innovative projects to be built around the Polkadot ecosystem. And this fund is part of their commitment under Binance Launch Pool to bring the decentralized finance experience to Binance users. You can read more about that on Binance.com. We'll link to this in the description below. Introducing the $10 million fund support for projects on Polkadot. All right, now we have a little bit of prestige news when it comes to VeChain. Check this out. With technical strength and market-proven blockchain use cases, VeChain has been certified as the first and only approved 5-star blockchain service provider under TÜV Saarland's notation. TÜV Saarland is accredited and trusted by governments worldwide. This certification further solidifies our leadership in the blockchain industry. And for one reason or another, VeChain was one of those altcoin projects that took a pretty hard hit with this XRP news. They tumbled quite a bit recently in these last 24 hours in terms of price, but seem to be making a comeback now, I suppose largely based on some of this positive news that has emerged. So kudos to the VeChain VET team, well deserved. On CNBC.com, they're covering the fact that Steve Wozniak, Apple's co-founder, is starting another company. This comes 45 years after co-founding Apple with Steve Jobs. Here's the gist of it. The Woz is starting a business in the green tech and blockchain space called eForce. And according to eForce, quote, investors can participate in energy efficiency projects by acquiring tokenized futures savings. eForce tweets, it is a great pleasure to see HBTCNews promoting our WOZX Token on the Nasdaq wall in Times Square, New York. After less than a month out of stealth mode, this is just the beginning for hashtag eForce. And finally for today, before getting into some of those price predictions, we have news about Lumi wallet, which is now available on Apple Pay. So the new iOS release that allows users to buy crypto right within the wallet app in just one click. It supports both debit and credit cards from Visa, MasterCards, and Discover network payment processors. All right. It has been a rough and tumble few days, especially for altcoins in light of everything that's been happening with XRP. We are excited to provide you with an updated price analysis and prediction for the following projects: Theta, BEL Protocol, and Synthetix Network Token. We're looking now beyond the XRP fiasco. We're looking more to the medium term at least. So the argument, of course, has always been that you have to buy low and sell high. Now that prices still remain a little bit depressed, although they are recovering, but now that prices are a little bit lower, depending on how you interpret some of our analysis, now may be a good time to follow up on some of these projects if you're already keen on them. Okay, let's take a look, starting with Theta. At the time of this recording, Theta is still down a little bit from yesterday's high, which was, by the way, an all-time high for Theta. But it's still positioned nicely above that $1 mark, which it's maintaining relatively well, currently at about $1.09. So rewinding a little bit, Theta has been accumulating between 60 and 70 cents. It was in that zone for the longest time. But as soon as it broke out of this accumulation zone, it started gaining rapid upward momentum. Right now, it is currently trading above the 1 Fibonacci mark. And as long as the support at 1 Fibonacci, or $1.07 holds, we could very well see a move towards the Fibonacci 1.618 zone. That's at $1.24, and an extended move toward Fib 2.618. That's at $1.53. However, failure to hold Theta's price of $1.07 could lead to a downward move toward $1.01, 96 cents, and 92 cents. BEL Protocol is another project that has been hit pretty hard these last couple of days, down about 15.7% and currently at 86 cents or so. But next on our list, we still want to talk about it. Again, we have to kind of zoom out a little bit. We can't just have myopic perspectives. So we are talking BEL here. We're looking at the 4-hour time frame only, and we can see a head and shoulder pattern is forming on BEL. Now, as I mentioned at the time of this recording, it has fallen below the support zone of about $1.02. However, with rapid retracements, we can sometime expect rapid returns to the upside. So if we can breach and get back above that $1.02 mark, we could very well see a move towards $1.12, $1.29, $1.52, and $1.74. However, we have now broken through a couple of supports, unfortunately. $1.02, we fell below that. 91 cents, we also fell below that at the time of this recording. The next level of support that we can envision is 77 cents, and that would be the next stop if BEL continues to tumble. And finally, we have Synthetix Network Token, SNX. They're also down about 10% or so on the day at the time of this recording, sitting at about $7.19 right now. SNX has been steadily increasing in price these last few days, with the exception of really the last 24 hours. It does have a good support below where we currently are, so a support of about $6.28. If this support holds, we can start seeing a move towards $6.75, $7.06, $8.15 and $8.87. However, failure to hold the support at $6.28 could lead to a further drop in SNX's price towards $6.02, $5.45, and $5 even. Among those altcoins, guys, which one are you most excited about? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, let us know what you'd like us to cover in future price analysis articles and videos. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Of course, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications if you guys enjoyed today's video. And best of luck, of course, if you choose to invest on this Thursday. A very merry and a very happy Christmas Eve to all you members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Stay safe. Best of luck if you choose to invest. And as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.